right, bag number 9. Okay. We have your, which one is this? The left side frame, I think. Yeah, the left side frame. So this is in line with the newer, I don't know if this is in line with the newer 420 design or with the newer just raw design overall, with the having the battery system. Yeah, so this has the pin locking system, which feels like the newer system, and I think this is more of a copy of the raw, the Il Goblin Pro or Il Goblin Raw. Anyways, we're gonna get this lined up and mounted. So it looks like the first thing we want to do is we want to install the canopy mount. So there is the canopy base position, they call it, and then a washer, and then it goes on. I'm gonna use a little glue on here. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna screw this thing on. So if you want to tighten this, I think this is a 5 mil and a 12 mil on the outside. I'm just hand tighten it. Yeah, that locked it in pretty good there. And now we're gonna install these little lower side frame mounts. So it's keyed in here. So if you see, there's a key and then a screw hole. So key and screw hole is it's tapered or made so that way it's flush when you screw it in. So we'll get the 1.5 mil. We put the tiniest bit of Loctite on this thing, like literally just dip the tip and then put it in. Okay. Grab the other one. There's 2 of these. One goes in the front, one goes back here by the battery release. So you see there's a small hole, big hole. It goes in the big hole for the mount, and then the small hole has the screw. Tip the tip and screw it in. Okay. And now we're gonna do the battery release system. So that goes through here as well, and looks like we got 2 screws. These are the longer ones. Oh, actually, I want the wrong ones. The longer ones go into this, the shorter ones go into the battery lock system. So let's just move those over real quick. Grab one of these. Okay. Make sure you Loctite anything that goes metal to metal. You want to make sure there's always Loctite. These things have a bit of vibration and, you know, resonance that happens, and bolts tend to just kind of slip out, like to back out a lot. So all right, now we're gonna get the battery guide in, and these use these little self-tapping screws. They're tiny, 1.5 mil. Okay, so battery tray goes on the inside, and you want to make sure that this pin is in that slot. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 4 spots that have these little nipples are going to be the receiving end of the self-tapping screws. So one here. I'm going to go a couple threads and then stop. I want to make sure I get all the holes lined up for all the screws, and then I'll tighten them all down. Okay. Now I got all 4 lined up. All right, feels solid. Now we're going to do the other side. Okay, just repeating what we did on the other side. We want to put the mount, the washer through. And put a little bit of blue Loctite on here. Tighten this down. I'm just gonna give it a good tight down my hand. Okay. Right. Get all the squeeze out. Loctite. Okay, we're gonna put these lower frame mounts. The longer screws. Make sure I use the right ones this time. I guess there's only one screw since this side doesn't have a battery system. Okay. Do the rear mount. Just a dab. Okay. And now we'll build a battery tray. Okay. For this side, you want to make sure that this brass insert is up front. The battery tray size for the back, so the flared out portion, the wider portion is on the back. I'll flip this upside down and screw these in. Okay, I'm going to get a couple threads in. Continue on the rest of these until I get them all threaded just a little bit in. And then I'll tighten them all down. Okay. Okay. That finishes the frame sides. We'll now next put them together with the upper plate here. Okay. So it looks like we got 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like there's 4 only on this side. So it looks like we're gonna stagger some screws. So let's go to page 11. And do bag 11 here, and we're gonna get the side frames on. I'm gonna take the one with the battery hatch. That's the left side. So we're gonna put that on this side here. Okay. It looks like we're only gonna be using, 2 button heads. So 2 button heads, and then 2.5 by 8 for this piece, and the rest look like button heads, the matching piece on the other side. Okay, cool. So this is 2 mil. And it looks like just the outer one, the first one, partially threaded. And we'll take this one. And this looks like the hole that's closest to the end here. This one. Okay. Lightly tighten it down. And then we have one more that goes in the middle hole here. The middle hole, which is this middle one right here. Okay, tighten these down. Okay, and we have this M2.5 by 8 mil socket head that goes with this hex piece. This hex piece keys into this little piece right here, and then we screw that in through the mount through here. Okay, that ties that together. So again, it's through the hole, through the mount here. Okay, we're gonna match up the other frame side. It's always best to match up the keyed hole first and then get the rest of it lined up. So we'll go with the keyhole first and then line it up. So we can go with the keyhole first, which is the 2.5 by 8 hex or socket head. And then, like I said, it goes through the mount hole there. So will go with, this one has a little bit more. So this side, we're gonna be doing the front two. Hold on. I'm gonna loosen this one up. Make sure I get everything lined up first before I tighten anything down. So this is the front two holes. Okay, and this one we're gonna be doing the top two back ones here. So these two here, one here, and then the middle one. So I'm gonna go 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna tighten those all down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one down here. 6. Okay, that should be all of it. Now page 12 looks like it moves on to the building up the head. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some gloves and we'll get that done.